So I'm going to take a second and I want to give you guys maybe a little bit of a history lesson on Mötley Crue, maybe a life lesson, believe it or not. But when I talk to people, I usually sit down and I look straight in their eyes, so I actually can't see you guys. Let's turn the lights up just a little bit. There we are, all the way up there, look at that. Now, I think we're going to have an important conversation. We should all sit down together. You guys can do it, and I can do it. Go ahead, sit down. So, I kind of wanted to back up a little bit and tell you actually why you guys are here tonight and how we got here tonight. And we didn't come in on just a bus. It started a long time ago, and I just wanted to say, a lot of people have said to me during my life, they've said, you know, Nikki, everything happens for a reason. And every time someone says that, I think to myself, they are so full of shit, because everything happens in your life because you make a fucking decision to do something and you change your fucking life, right? So, we're going to go all the way back to 1980, December of 1980, and I was in a band. I was a struggling musician, not unlike a lot of musicians in Los Angeles, California at the time. But you know, I thought I had my life was exactly the way I wanted it to be, because I came from Jerome, Idaho, population 4,000 people, and all I ever wanted to be was in a band. And I took a Greyhound bus to Hollywood, California, and I had myself a fucking rock and roll band, you know? Well, don't cheer so loud, because it actually was not Mötley Crue, and this is where the decisions come into play. I was in rehearsal one day, and we were playing, and we weren't bad, we weren't great, and I knew inside, instinctually, I gotta make a decision. I looked over at the guys, and for no apparent reason, I quit the band. And as I was walking home that night, I thought to myself, well, Nikki, you probably really fucked up this time, because I didn't have a job, I didn't have any money, and now I didn't even have a band. And then it popped into my fucking brain just like this. I thought to myself, there has to be at least 3 other guys in Los Angeles and California that wants to reach down and grab the fucking balls of the music industry and pull those fucking things off. I didn't know where they were, I didn't know what they looked like, and I had no idea what their names were. And on a Thursday night, I hitched a ride to California, Hollywood, California, to a club called the Starwood, and I can see it right now. I walked through the fucking back door, and there he was. He was sitting on that stage. He was behind his drum kit. He was 17 years old. He was the skinniest motherfucker, and he hit like a fucking monster. You know who that was? That was and is Tommy fucking Lee, right there. So I went back and I sat on the floor with Tommy. You remember that? I can see it right now, right? He was sitting right there and I was sitting here, and his band, they were looking at me, and I know what they were thinking. They're thinking, that guy with the weird hair is trying to steal our drummer, and they were fucking right. So we started talking about some shit that was very fucking important to us and would become important to this band, and that is that we loved heavy fucking metal, you know? And something else that would become the fabric of Mötley Crue, and that is that we also at the same time equally love punk rock. Absolutely. And we loved the great bands that came out of the 70s, like David Bowie and Elton John and Aerosmith and Queen and Kiss, and as a matter of fact, a sick little fucker named Alice goddamn Cooper. Right? Sit down. Story time's not over. Go on. So, We set up shop, bass and drums, had these songs like Too Fast for Love, Public Enemy #1, On With the Show, Take Me to the Top, Live Wire, of course, Live Wire. And you know, something was happening. It was like magic, but we didn't have a guitar player. So you know what we did? We went to 7-Eleven to buy some beer. At 7-Eleven, we saw a magazine called The Recycler Magazine. We opened it up, and there it was. It said, loud, rude, aggressive guitar player available. Only call me if you're serious. We called the number, and you know who answered the phone? Mick fucking Mars, right there. So the three of us set up and we're playing these songs, and we didn't have a lead singer. And Tommy said, I know a guy, except for he's in another band. And Mick Mars right there said, well, let's go check him out, and if he's good, we'll fucking steal him for our band. So on a Tuesday night, we made the decision to go back to the same club, the Starwood in Hollywood, and there he was on stage. He was a cocky little motherfucker, wearing white leather pants, a white leather jacket, fucking bleached white hair. He was leaning into the microphone like this, singing some Cheap Trick, and you know who that was? That was and is Vince fucking Neil right there. All right, so Vince made a decision to quit his band, and we figured out how to get $26 to our name, enough for one day in a rehearsal spot. We went to Burbank, California, we set up shop, and if it didn't work, you guys wouldn't be here. If it didn't work, we wouldn't be here, and this is exactly how it went down. This is how Mötley Crue was formed. Are you ready? I handed Vince the lyrics to Livewire, and he looked at those and he goes, I've got it. Mick picked up his guitar, turned up his amp, Tommy ran and jumped behind his fucking drums, I picked up this bass, and at that exact moment, motherfuckers, January 17th, 1981, Mötley Crue was born. Now, the life lesson part, here it is. If anybody ever questions you and your decisions, tell them to go fuck themselves and trust your fucking instincts, right? This is not goodbye, and this is not farewell, because our music is gonna haunt you till the day that you fucking die. That's right.